remember the rubber band game?
Oh, yeah.
The one where you would link all these rubber bands, colourful rubber bands.
Yes, in a
and
string,
then
yes.
if you're really...
skipping rope.
No,
not skipping
you
rope.
created it looks
Yes,
like
and
a
then
skipping
two people
rope.
will hold at each end.
And if you're quite athletic, then you can actually like go higher and higher. You jump, right?
Correct.
Yeah,
correct.
so not everybody could play that game.
But it's
that
made
was-
from rubber bands, I remember.
So
and
you
then
join
you would
them
join
together.
them to make
Yeah,
a
they're
skipping
linked,
rope.
yes.
Right? I
Yes.
remember that.
But
we
it's
didn't
not a
skip.
skipping rope.
Oh.
It's not a skipping rope.
Oh, you like a... Not limbo. What do you call it? When you...
Okay, you didn't actually go
Yes.
under, but you would jump over.
You jump
Is
over.
that
Right.
And you cannot touch the rubber band. If you touch, you're out.
So it's a little bit like, those high jumps that you get when you do, in the
Right.
Olympics and all that, isn't it?
Yes.
But using
Yes.
the
Rubber
humble
bands.
rubber band.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
so
cool.
I remember that from school days, even though I didn't really...
I couldn't play that to save my life, but
get
it was
jump.
very popular
That's
in
what
school.
I said.
Yeah.
That's why the athletic girls would excel at that. But
Yeah.
those were the school day ones. But how about the Milo Truck?
Oh,
Okay, so for
with
me, the Milo
Yes.
Truck at Sports Day.
Oh, man,
And
yes.
it's like really amazing the fact that the ice cold Milo tasted better from the Milo Truck than they did anywhere else.
I know.
On the shelf,
I
yes.
mean, we've tried to replicate it at home, but no,
Yeah.
it doesn't taste nowhere as good as the ones from the Milo Truck. I don't know what they put in there. What do you put in there, Milo?
And do you know
Seriously?
why that memory sticks in my mind is because for some reason the abang from the Milo Truck would always know that you've had your share of the Milo and would not serve you.
So Intan Maizura, you've been here 5
you've had
times.
yours.
I recognize this girl.
Yeah. So,
No,
so
I think they would recognize you after you come lined up for the 5th time. lah.
because we used to do that.
You
know,
ask
with
your
like-
friend to queue up for you as well.
Yeah, we would pretend because the cups were so small.
Yeah, I know,
right?
yeah.
And then
I know,
they
but
just
they were
tasted so good.
icy and sweet
Yeah.
and nice and so
maybe
Milo-y.
maybe it's psychological
Milo-y.
because after sports day, right, it's so hot and you're sweating, and anything that's cool, sweet, and refreshing automatically just quenches that thirst. Do you think
not
that is?
exactly.
Something about it.
Not
You think it's in the
exactly.
recipe still?
I've also, I mean, in my later, more adult years, I also had a drink from the Milo Truck, and I still swear it's the best thing I've ever tasted since anything else.
Compared to the ones at Mama, like say Milo
Not
Ice,
at all.
different.
Yeah, it's
Completely
different.
different.
I don't know
Or
what
maybe
they put.
because they were so stingy with the portion, or
No,
because
I
it was
mean-
so small, so
So
you
the
can't help but.
scarcity makes it more tasty.
No,
do you
I
think?
don't think
Yeah.
so. But when you're an adult, the Milo
Not there
uncle
yet.
will
Not
give you
adult
more
yet.
than one.
But do we
lah.
still get those Milo trucks these days? We do, right? In
We do
carnivals
in
and
carnivals
sports
and
events.
things like that.
For
for
events,
events.
yes.
And they
And
still taste the same.
And I
they
still can't go a
taste
second time. Oh no, I
delicious.
lie. I have been for an event before. I went a second time, but I didn't dare go a third
I mean,
time.
it just boils down to this. Milo, what are you putting in your Milo? Milo, what
Milo,
are you putting in your
Milo?
Does it work that way? What do you
Okay.
put in there?
Yeah. Okay, moving along. Aside from the Milo truck, what else do you remember that's kind of uniquely Malaysian?
Food.
Okay, foods. Yeah, that goes without saying.
that's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Right.
But what food are you saying that there were foods back then that are different to now?
No,
or
I'm not
memories that the food you had back then are just remind you of the Malaysia then?
Not really, because I just think that food is still a very unifying factor, and it's always been that one constant through the years for me. And the one thing that I really love, and especially when you go overseas and then when you fly back, the one thing that you crave is nasi lemak for some reason. Like when I went to Europe and all that, the minute we got into the plane, the first thing we'd order is a nasi lemak, or we would come back and head somewhere where there's nasi lemak. I don't know, it's something about food, and I don't think that has changed over time. I still think that we Malaysians, we still get very very
Patriotic
Yes,
and
over our
yeah.
food.
Well, for me, for my nostalgic kind of memory, one of the things I remember is going to Pasar Malam, which I still love till today.
Yep.
And for me, Pasar Malam equates local food. Your regular
Yes.
street food. Things like freshly squeezed sugarcane juice, which I cannot find anywhere these days. I love sugarcane. So, and you get this, the machine that's whirring, and you get some uncle that's, spinning or turning the machine, and then out comes the fibrous sugarcane, and then magically there's this beautiful green juice, and it's so sweet and refreshing. I don't
But
get
don't
that,
you
and I
get that
love
at the Pasar Malam these days?
No, I haven't seen.
Oh,
it's very hard for me to see.
They still
by the
have it
street.
in mine.
So for me, that's a childhood memory
I
that
think
I
you're
used to
going
have.
to the bougie Pasar Malam.
Yeah, I making me think you're going to some bougie place.
No, this is
I
like back
reckon.
in, the day, when they had freshly squeezed sugarcane, and they still have apam balik, right?
Yeah,
Which is
they
what,
do.
yeah,
They
again,
do.
that to me correlates to my childhood, the apam balik, the crispy one. It's
Yeah,
so nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
So pasar malam food.
Yeah.
Yeah, pasar malam food.
Okay, I'm gonna take us back again to our school days because I had about I think I spent standard 1 here in this country before I left for the UK. So if I remember correctly, there was before Facebook, before TikTok, before social media, we had that biodata book. I don't know what
Autograph book.
Yeah. We used to call it. Yeah, what was it called?
The heading was biodata,
That's right.
but then you
Oh.
call it autograph as well.
No, for
That's
my time
right.
it was called autograph
Oh,
book.
it's called
yes,
autograph
ah.
book. Right, I remember they had like details like people's birthdays,
Your personal details
addresses,
first.
Yeah.
favorite colors.
The first page was your biodata, your
Yeah,
personal,
correct,
right? Like your
correct.
favorite color, what you like to eat,
Yeah.
where you lived, your favorite teacher, right? That's the first page.
Yeah.
Then after that,
and then
you would
your
have.
crush.
Oh yes, who was
Oh,
that?
that's different.
Your
I think.
crush.
Yeah, that I didn't get.
and then at some point you had to put your favorite quote.
Oh, I didn't put quotes because she's very bougie also.
I didn't
She's
go
a
to bougie.
bookworm. She was a bookworm.
I went to what? MGS Klang. How bougie can you be?
For me, like favorite
at
color.
that time, MGS was
Bougie?
quite bougie.
Really?
Oh.
We were the bougie ones.
Oh yeah. Okay,
Okay.
sorry. Background. Elena also went to MGS
Oh,
Klang.
Yes,
But I only got to
okay.
spend a year, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we were bougie back then.
So
now,
you
not
remember?
so.
Do you remember that
I remember
autograph
the
book? Was it?
autograph book. So, when you have your autograph book and then you get your friends to sign
Yeah.
and put their picture or put their,
It's like a
friendship
scrapbook.
remains and can never die and those kind of, very...
But was it like a once a year thing, or was it like every month?
I remember
Like,
at the
how
end of
often?
the year, wasn't it?
It was normally at the end of the year.
So once a year only,
Yeah,
right?
once a year. And then you collect these, things. And when your friend gives you feel like, oh, I'm part of a circle.
Yeah,
So I
like
get
I'm
to sign in an
popular,
autograph
I'm
book.
popular.
I'm
So the more people that signed in your book, the more
Yes.
popular
And then you get more
were.
points if your teachers sign
Yeah.
in them.
Oh,
like,
damn,
oh
I
my
didn't have
God.
You didn't have that.
I feel so.
We'll get all
so
our
You were not popular.
Popular.
What age? This was. Oh, where was I?
No, this was like maybe later lah, the later primary years, not standard. Standard
I
I
was-
could barely even function.
Yeah, that's true. I
as
was
a
here till
human being.
Form
Yeah.
1.
And people used to have really beautiful handwriting.
I know,
remember.
right?
Yeah.
Not me then. It was
Okay.
We used to buy those really pretty books,
and
Those
pens,
was
Yeah.
the in
pencils
thing.
and pens.
Yeah,
You have
yeah.
those.
Yes. Yes.
Mechanical pencils were the in things
yeah.
then.
Oh,
No,
you know.
and the measure of one's wealth or richness was based on how changgeh your pencil case was. Do you remember
Yes.
those,
Bougie, right.
the ones that you could open, flip on one side, and
yes,
you could
and
flip
open
on
the
the
other
other side.
side.
Double,
So so no
double-edged.
canvas pencil case.
And every year, I'll make my parents buy me a new pencil case.
Yeah.
And they couldn't understand why I couldn't use the same thing.
And I think they were from China because
I
they
have
had
no
all these
idea.
really beautiful pictures on
Japan,
it.
the one with the big
Japan.
eyes,
Oh,
the
yeah,
big
that's
eyes.
right.
I
That's
like
right.
I was into big time Hello Kitty and My
yes,
Melody.
yes.
This is a girls thing.
My
Obviously, guys
Melody.
will not resonate with this. So, did you remember that My Melody and Hello Kitty?
Yeah. Hello Kitty, definitely.
Are they Japanese?
I think
Must
so.
be
Yes,
Japanese.
yes.
Hello Kitty is
right.
Japanese.
It's definitely Japanese.
Yes,
And
everything.
I love the fact that it had so many specialized compartments, and then did you used to have like all these fancy pencil
Erasers.
sharpeners,
Erasers.
and
Erasers.
The ones, the scented ones.
Yes, I had a
that's
huge
right.
collection. I collected erasers, I collected pencils, I collected stickers, I collected
Oh,
stamps.
stickers!
My sticker book.
Here's one. You know the anak patung, the one, the
Yes,
paper
the
dolls, and you
dolls.
can
That's right.
interchange their
Yes,
clothes.
I love
Oh,
that.
yes.
Yeah, I used to love them.
So we were
Those paper dolls, right? You can put on different clothing,
Yes,
is that right?
Yes, and you can make your own clothes, You trace
did?
the doll's figure on the paper, then you make nice clothes, then you exchange with your friends.
Oh, I didn't do that. I
we
didn't
were
make them.
fashion designers.
We
back
were fashion.
Then,
I was a fashion designer, man.
Exactly.
You know you can do
How
that
Malaysian
now
can you
on
get?
an app. It's like it's modernized now. You can download an app and actually close.
it's not the
That's
same.
the fun in it.
More choices, more choices.
No, but it's no
But
fun.
I remember that was a good
yeah,
one.
I like
That was a good one.
I think the girls like that kind of stuff, right? Dressing up. I don't
Yeah.
think boys did that, right?
Okay, what about snacks? Twisties and those kind of snacks that were
we
definitely
sell?
not good for your health.
We still have those. now.
Twisties we still have, but I remember eating a lot of twisties.
The chocolate, the gold covered chocolate.
Ah,
you
those
still
were
have
bad
those.
chocolates.
That was bad, but we love
Still bad.
candos with the pictures of the kids playing in the playground, those little square candles. I still like candles, although it's
Does
like
it still
terrible
exist?
chocolate.
Does it exist?
I think I'm not sure actually. I haven't seen it in a
I
long
haven't
time.
either, but I think
Candles,
certain
wow.
childhood, nowadays there's a few of those childhood snack shops popping up
Yeah.
that want to take customers down there.
Yeah.
And
It's like
you
so
can buy all your
vintage.
childhood snacks.
And then
Do you
the
remember Hall
ice cream.
Flakes? Do you remember Hall Flakes as well?
Whole flakes, yes.
Hall
I used to call
Flakes.
it Holy Communion. Sorry for all those who
As
are
like-
Catholics. But
My favorite was ice gems. Do you remember those?
Which
I
one?
still have
Ice
those
gems.
now.
Those
Biscuit.
biscuits with those little
Yes.
meringue thing
Yes,
on top, right?
with
Don't we
different
still have
colours.
that, no?
We still have that, but to me, that is a
I
childhood
tell you one
favorite.
thing. We had that in our store in NST.
Oh, we did?
We did, and she stopped me from buying it.
I did?
Yeah,
You did?
one time. And then I never saw it again. I was so distraught.
But now it's sold everywhere. It's
Yeah,
very
yeah,
common
yeah.
now, which is great.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
whenever
I
I
love
eat
it,
it, I
love
like,
it.
do you like pick off the meringue part or do you eat the biscuit part? Or
I don't know,
it's
meringue is the best
how do
part.
you eat yours?
I normally take off the meringue part, the sugar
Separate,
part,
right.
and separate, and then I'll have the biscuit part. I'll just suck on it because it was like melt in the mouth, and then I'll put the sugar thing in for the
so
sugar
it's different.
rush.
How do you eat your
I
ice
like
gems?
to just pop the whole thing in
Oh,
because
you
the
just-
burst of
the whole flavor, the
right? The
combo.
combo, the crispness, and then the meringue that's so sweet.
What about
It's
you?
just awesome.
What about you?
I like to eat it right in half. To just bite half, then there's another half left.
But it's so tiny.
No, but you can. I'm a rat, so I just bite half. Then there's the other
And
half.
God, I
Elena's
can't
got this
believe you
face.
did
It's like, what's going on?
It's funny how we eat ice gems differently, right?
All right.
Yeah.
We must get a reading on what that says about us, the way
Yeah,
we
no idea.
consume our ice gem.
Audio Plus.